sure everything is on. Perfect. All right. Well, travelers, it looks like there's something fishy happening. It looks like the group encountered some sort of interesting individuals within an alleyway of Dionysus after being directed by a beggar. After a battle, the group found a small tabaxi child separated from his parents, who was then turned into the guards. Further investigations of the now unconscious bodies revealed that two of them were dressed in Frecia Academy uniforms with pins. The group was confronted yet again by the beggar, leading to more suspicions as to his intentions and involvements. After his dramatic exit, the authorities were informed of the bodies within the alley as the group continues off to the teleportation circle to the academy. Welcomed by some giant stained glass guards, the gatekeeper of the academy welcomed the group. Some forms were signed, weapons were dropped off, and artificial companions were left behind. The group walked through the colorful glass gates of the academy, where they proceed to visually see a large courtyard. And within the courtyard, you guys will find a bunch of students just kind of meandering about, going about their day. Walking through the courtyard, there's in the center a large fountain. And at each sort of archway, there's these similar stained glass guards guarding each of the archways, just smaller versions. Let's see, who has my highest perception? So the two boys with their 15s. You guys will also note that you see these kind of like little itty bitty tiny, small spider-like constructs, kind of meandering about on the
Hey, do
rooftops.
we have Nordica's in this?
um, but these little spider-like constructs have like what appears to be some sort of lenses on the top of them, um, and it almost seems like they're scanning the main courtyard area. Along with these constructs, there's also a larger one in a ball-like shape with tentacles, and it's kind of roaming around the vicinity as well. And as it roams around, it's got a broom in one hand and a dustpan in the other. It's kind of like sweeping up as it goes. It's clipping some of the foliage as it walks by, and it looks like it's just picking up garbage that gets dropped from the students. But welcome to Frecia Academy. You are weaponless, you are companionless, but you have each other at least. What would you like to do?
Trying to figure out how D20 properly gets linked to, or D&D Beyond properly gets linked to Roll20, because I'm trying to roll and it's not doing a fancy.
You need the Beyond 20 extension.
What was that actually? Firefox? Like I have to download it externally?
Yeah.
Okay.
No, but I can still hear you. Are you okay?
Where did we come out of? The northern part?
Oh, sorry. You came in through the southern part, actually.
Way down there. Alright.
Didn't we like Why are we weaponless? I feel like we negotiated some amount of not giving up something or other.
Have you ever seen Sinbad?
Depends on who you're asking.
I don't know. I've seen characters named Sinbad in like 3 things, but is
The,
that
the
Sinbad
Brad Pitt movie?
I don't know. Maybe, maybe not. What about it?
I'm gonna send you that weapon scene just because it's great.
I mean, if you would like to try to sneak in your weapons, a sleight of hand is much appreciated.
I don't need to bother because my brain is knives, but I was just wondering when we did that because I remember it. That was all.
So at the end of last time, we spent like half an hour faking documents and giving him our weapon, if you remember.
Yes.
I thought we just because I didn't do my document.
Yes, because then you guys also try to forge signatures or not do signatures at all and went, haha, I tried to fool the system.
Which I did successfully.
Yes.
Smiley.
Smiley face.
Okay. But then we gave him our weapons, and I just forgot that part. Okay.
Hey, Darren, want to do me a favor?
I guess I'll point out So, like, they got robot ninjas, they got spiders, they got janitors. This place is cutting edge.
Um, you do notice those who have not been to the academy before. It seems like a very like high class, high scale sort of setting. Everything is like very heavily decorated in various types of golds and silvers. Um, and it's got like intricate details on it as well.
Am I reintroduced at this point, or what's my sitch?
You're still the same guy,
Okay.
just with your cloak down. So now you're going by a different name.
Anyone got any ideas where we start? What should we do first?
So just to be clear, I didn't surrender the golem; it just disappeared. As far as I'm concerned, right?
No, you surrendered it for now. So as far as you are aware, the golem is currently with the gatekeeper at this time.
Thank you for that phrasing.
Sorry, I've got like a bajillion tabs open here.
Oh yeah, I'm rearranging.
Well, I'm working off of my laptop, and normally I work off of 3 monitors. So now going from 3 monitors to just the singular one has very much slowed me down as the DM, but it's fine. I signed up for this. But yes, I believe you guys had the intentions of speaking with the headmaster of the academy, unless anybody has something they want to do specifically, or if that's the main goal.
And these colored dots around all of the sentries, I guess, do those signify anything, or are those just identifying markers?
They're identifying markers, so don't worry about it. It's fine.
Cool.
Just don't worry about it.
So don't worry about the fact that the one in the top right doesn't have any.
Nope. Don't worry about it. They are totally just minding their own business. Unless you want to roll an
Is that
insight
what
check.
the bird's doing?
Hey, look! I get to mark something off of my DM bingo.
What?
What? First person to question the bird?
Yes.
Right, let's just get out of here as soon as we can. I don't trust these establishments.
Lead the way, guide that's been to the school before.
I was gonna say, I guess we just want to go straight to the headmaster and do what we're gonna do, or... 'Cause I remember which direction that is.
You can roll me a history check.
I think I'm good at that. I am good at that. 18.
Yeah, you remember. You've been to her office a few times.
Probably.
A little bit of a troublemaker potentially in the past. Who knows? You've definitely been to her office though. So you do manage to traverse yourselves through the hallways of the academy. Again, walking inside some of the main buildings, beautifully decorated, bunch of different types of paintings on the walls, beautiful curtains and tapestries and all these different things as you guys pass through these hallways. But eventually you make it to a large, big purple door, and it's got a golden knocker on it. I'm assuming you guys give it a good old knock.
Is there a receptionist anywhere?
Nope, there is no receptionist.
Yeah, then we'll knock on the door.
Not very long after you knocked, the door does open, and in front of you guys stands a little gnome girl who's wearing the Frecia Academy uniform, showing that she is from the Crest of the Sun. So she's got a little bit of like a red lapel, a yellow tie, and she's got this orange hair with a little bit of a black strand that hangs past her shoulder, and she kind of looks up at you guys and is like, can I help you?"
Yes, looking for the head. This is not the headmaster, right?
No, this is what you could probably presume to be her assistant.
Okay. Then, I'm not familiar with this one then.
No, she looks very young.
Okay. Then I go, yes, hello, we're here to speak with the headmaster. We have some, important information, a little bit on the urgent side.
Oh, okay, hold on. And she reaches over and grabs a clipboard off of a table next to her, and she kind of flips through some pages. And, do you have an appointment?
No appointment, but I will flash my alumni pin.
That's that's very nice, but you do need an appointment to speak with the headmaster. She's very busy.
Well, I'm, quite sure the death of a student might be more important than an appointment.
I'm sorry. A what?
You heard me.
Uh,
So if you could please kindly get her attention. It is a her, right?
yes.
Can't remember if I read that right. Yeah.
Okay. Well, okay. Just wait right here. 1 second. She'll close the door, and you can hear her just kind of like throw the clipboard back onto the table, and just kind of like you can hear her footsteps book it. And not a moment too soon, she returns back to the door. She opens it up, and yes, okay, please come, Kenzie, come. And you guys enter a large office. The walls are lined with like various trinkets and books, and like she's got a collection of like different types of ivies decorated on these books too. And at the center of this room sits a large mahogany desk with a fairly large lady in a flowing purple dress, and she's got a purple hat on it with a flower on the end of it. And she looks up at you guys, and she's kind of like, "Oh, I understand that you have some very important matters. A death, if I understand correctly."
I will give a slight bow and go, Headmistress, it's been far too long. Yes, we are here on important business.
Do come in, sit down. Shiloh, correct?
That is correct.
It's been years. How are you, my child?
Doing pretty well until recently.
Yes, please explain.
Happenings have happened.
Vix, please present our guests some warm tea, unless anybody here has any preferences.
Quick question: is Shiloh's last name by any chance Buff?
Is what?
No, no, it is not. I will answer for him. Steven, you're awful. Hey, look, another one I could tie off onto my bingo card. Pop culture reference.
I am not trying to check these off.
But
Shia
you
LaBeouf is pop culture.
Actual
I feel that's like 2000s reference.
You know what? It's still pop culture in my heart. I will live with it.
I'm looking up. When did that song come out?
Oh, ages. You're just aging us, Steven. Just stop.
I mean, if I said where I was when it came out 8 years ago, that's not that long.
It was only 8 years ago?
Yes.
Oh my god. It feels like it was longer. Anywho's. Yeah, so, Vix comes by with tea unless you guys asked for anything else specifically.
Just a water for me.
And she will pour you a nice glass of water. And places it on the table next to you guys. But yes,
Respectfully back, like hold up his hand and back off.
okay. Yeah, okay. Oh, my apologies. I am Aricia, the flower child, in other words, the headmaster of this prestigious school. Who might all you be?
You're short a cup. I'm John.
Pleasure.
Wear a cup.
So few words.
Why does she answer me? Can you not hear me? Or I said, Miranda, can you hear me all right?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Okay. First thing, the first thing I said was you're short a cup, and then I asked where are the cups.
Oh, oh, sorry, Vix. How did you forget? And you could see the assistant go, "Oh my god, I didn't kind of like have that moment of like I didn't see him." And she'll kind of like rush away, grab a cup, and then present
I
it.
mean, I did turn down my cup. So
But
that,
she's still gonna be like that panic moment where she's not realizing what's going on. She's not
yeah.
cluing in.
This
Um,
all would have happened roughly at the same time. It would have
yes.
been when we came in, blah blah blah.
And she's just kind of like,
Yeah.
she'll pass it off to you a little shakily.
I'm John. We're investigating essentially a murder and possible kidnappings. I'll let these guys go into the rest of the details, but yeah, I'm working for some folks, and this is the team.
So, the rest of you?
please just call me the chef.
Ah, I see. And you, green fellow, I love your aura.
Yeah, it's lovely, isn't it?
It's beautiful. You should see the gardens later.
Oh, yes, I'd love to.
So,
Oh, my name is Arato, and our visit shall be short, I think.
oh, understandable. And so, pray tell, what exactly are you? How do I explain? Because what you are telling me is rather dire, but I will be honest, I don't believe what I'm hearing.
Who? Or, somebody hid the pins, right? You didn't give them to the group.
I thought that that's because it was relevant to my backstory, but if it was not relevant to my backstory, DM.
I think we did get at least one pin.
Yeah, you guys did get at least one pin. I think I have one.
So we
Alright,
can
I'll look around in my pockets to go. I thought I had one, and then look at you guys and go. Somebody had a pin, right?
see if did I have it or did we give it to someone else? Oh, to whoever has it, I think we all agree they pull it out.
Kevin.
Oh, it might have been Kevin. Kevin,
I didn't write it down. I might have. I don't know.
at,
I don't have it. Mine.
at this point, you all realize that Umbra is no longer with your group at this time. He has proceeded to disappear, and you don't question it.
Must be in the food court.
In disappearing. A pin.
It's a bad idea to leave the Cosby around the school.
Oh
hand-
no! You lied!
Wait, is his last name really Cosby?
No, that
No,
was
His rapier is the Cosby.
Oh,
He named
Brent,
his sword.
Brent, stop.
Hey, he's the one who did it.
I know, but I'm putting a stop to it. Um,
where's
So-
the handsome bard go?
um,
I don't know, but he left this pin behind.
I,
There we go.
Present the pin to the headmasters.
so this is in fact one of our pins, but I don't believe that any of our students have passed.
Insight check.
Go for it.
What?
Ye-
Does that fail, DM?
No.
Okay, I won't attempt to use my thingy.
You do believe that she is being sincere with her words. Um, just judging by her demeanor, it's very much like it's hard to kind of grasp what you guys are trying to tell her.
Okay. Well, we have reason to believe one of the students or previous students has passed. Uh, I will describe the student and the body we found, I guess. Because I can't quite remember if there were because there
There,
were multiple of the people we killed had the pins, right? And
y-
then did the body have a pin?
yeah. So there
The
were,
body in the warehouse.
yeah. So the body in the warehouse had a pin, and then one of the bodies that you killed had a pin.
Okay, so I'm just gonna be straight up about that and be like, someone with a pin was attacking us, and we found someone with a pin already dead. So technically, two of your students might be dead.
Um, so the headmaster will kind of slam her hands onto the table and be like, "We mustn't sound an alarm, but I feel like this is very urgent matters. If you are very serious that this indeed happened to one of our students, two of our students even, we need to proceed with some sort of head count. Yes?"
Sure.
She looks up at Vix and she will give her instructions to essentially go over the PA system and call all students to return to their dormitories and to their essentially they're under lockdown, but to try hard not to raise any alarms. So while Vix does that, um, the headmaster will pull out a orb and place it on her desk, and she'll kind of like enchant something. Um, and you see these kind of projections come from the orb of the different headmasters of each of the the houses. Uh, and she essentially asks them to call their assistants back and to meet into the office at once for a very important meeting. Um, so it's not long before everybody kind of like returns to the office. Everybody uses some sort of like either teleportation scroll or they were already present within the grounds. Um, but everybody kind of enters the room, and I will drop a quick picture as to what everybody looks like, as well as explain it at the same time for those who are listening in. Do 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 do. Faculty, faculty, faculty. Okay, so there are four faculty members and four assistants. Um, one of the faculty members is a female satyr. She's wearing a blue robe that kind of like sparkles a little bit. She's got a scar across her cheek, and just kind of like her overall features is like a little bit more on the rougher side, as opposed to the normal satyrs you would see, who are kind of all, you know, pretty and I don't want to say angelic. That's not the right terminology I want to use, but you get the gist. One of the other teachers is a small heron who looks cute as a button, um, and definitely looks like she is one who can pack a punch. There is a minotaur who looks like he's a gentle soul, not aggressive at all, but he's in like this red sort of shiny armor, and next to him is a um, young drow with a deer skull, or sorry, a ram skull on, and she's kind of like in these furs and like a purple tunic on. And then you
If
see,
the Cubone situation? Oh, yep, there's the Cubone.
and then you see an individual who none of you have seen really before. He's a canine-looking individual wearing a red um, academy uniform. And he kind of looks very disgruntled. He really does not want to be there. He's like looking around the room, kind of like, could this have been put in through an email? Sort of demeanor on him. Um, and you see this one girl. She's got a gigantic smile. And across her back, she's carrying a large staff with a blade on the end, and the blade itself is kind of like glowing, and it's got these like runic inscriptions on it. Um, but she kind of stands in the room, constantly smiling. It's almost as if it doesn't matter what could be going on. The smile's like stuck on her face. Then there's a small little fairy guy who has a robotic arm. He's got goggles on his head as well as these stained glass wings. So it looks like he undergone some sort of procedure that actually removed his wings and he replaced them with a robotic type of wings. And then lastly, there is an owlin dressed in the purple robes of the crest of the star. He kind of like looks around the room, kind of like, I don't know what's going on. And then, of course, you have the headmaster and Vix as well in the room. And everybody's just kind of like awkwardly staring at each other, kind of like, okay, what's going on? Like, we call for a meeting. We don't usually call for meetings. Um, and eventually the smiling girl kind of like pipes up and she goes, okay, so we're all here. What exactly is it that we are doing that is so important that we had to be pulled away from our extravagant adventures? Yes?
You said these all everyone kind of just like did they walk through the door or did they pop into existence?
They kind of poofed into existence in various different types of teleportations.
I mean, this isn't my arc, but if I need to speak up, I can.
Well, so these lovely travelers, visitors, one of them is alumni of the Academy, has informed us that one of our students, if not two of our students, have been murdered, killed, in some fashion unexplainable at this time. We need to do a head count of all of our students, so it is your responsibility at this time to ensure that all of your students are accounted for. Yes, please. As soon as you have this information, please bring it back to me immediately. Assistants, you will do your jobs, and you will guard all of the facilities within the academy. You are to not leave the grounds. Nobody is to leave the grounds. Understood? And you kind of like a group unanimously is like, yes, master. Um, well, okay, so we go and explore, and now we're being called back, and then now we're doing this. Ah, and you can see that the smiling girl kind of like grabs her weapon and she starts twirling it around. She like knocks a vase off the desk, and she kind of looks down at it, looks back at the headmaster, shrugs, and just walks away with the rest of the staff. Um, as for you guys, you will have to participate in the lockdown as well. I will set up some sort of accommodations for you within the headmaster grounds. Is that all right with you?
With all due respect, I'd like to see my golem companion.
Um, until the lockdown is completed, then you can go speak with your companion. All companions are to remain outside of the gate until further notice.
Even at customs?
Yes.
Was there like walking in? Was there any like windows or bars towards the outside of like custom holding?
Um, not that you could see, was basically this gigantic wall.
Cool. I'm sad.
Well, Vix, without further ado, if you would like to show them to their accommodations for the time being, please do so. And Vix, kind of like as she's still picking up the pieces of the vase, just like, yes, headmaster. Um, and she cleans, kind of like quickly cleans everything up as fast as she can, and just starts guiding you down a further hallway where you guys are entered into kind of like a lounge seated area. Um, if you need anything, on the table right there's a sending stone. I've got one connected to my emblem here. If you do need anything, just let me know and I will try to be with you guys urgently. Um, and you can kind of see that her presentation is a little bit off. Her eyes are darting around the room, and compared to earlier, she seems a little bit more uneasy.
So we're just being shown to our rooms then.
Yeah, you're being entered into like a lounge seated area.
We'll take whatever is off to the side, probably on the wall.
Okay.
I'm gonna do some preliminary recon around the place.
So you guys are in a lockdown. So as she leaves, she does kind of like close the door, and kind of like you hear a little bit of a click.
Well, I will attempt to do some sneakery prior to that.
Uh,
Either sneaking away from the group when she was leading us to the room, or slipping out the door before she locks it, or
yeah, roll me a stealth check.
what? 22.
Yeah, you do get away.
And then I'll just sort of wander around looking like I'm part of the people doing a head count
Okay.
in order to blend in. And I'll just keep my eyes open for anything suspicious.
Roll me a perception.
Oogly doogly. 9, and I won't. I mean, I might as well do this thing because I assume that that is essentially a fail. So I'll try my thingy, but I imagine it won't be enough. But where is it? Does it would be a 15 provided a 15 passes. Otherwise, it's a 9. This
Uh,
class is weird.
it really is. 15 will get you something here.
All
Um,
right, mark it off.
perfect. So you're kind of looking around and you see the um the one girl with the weapon, the staff weapon. And she kind of is looking around and she seems to not be following her orders.
All right, on my. That's actually just all. I'll mark her down as suspicious in my head, and head back to the room. And the door is locked. Can I? I don't know how if I can get in.
Do we know that he's gone?
Um, let's see. Let's see.
My
Hold on.
path itself, you said, was 18.
Yeah.
Something like that.
So none of you realize he's gone.
I I'll knock on the door, or I'll try and open it. I don't know if it locks from if it's like key only.
It is key only. You try the door and it definitely nope.
All right. Well, I'll
This is
just
not up to fire safety standards.
No, it isn't. But that's okay.
Okay.
We're in a fantasy world. Fire safety
Well,
means
I'm
nothing.
saying for reference.
We
I
don't
will
we don't practice OSHA here.
see if my psychic ability. I have to see them. Can I see through the keyhole, or if I look under the crack of the door?
You can see their feet if you look under the crack of the
Perfect.
door.
As an action, I choose 2 creatures I can see. Uh, for the next 4 hours, we can psychically talk. I'll just pick whoever's feet I can see, I guess.
Okay. Roll me a d4 to yeah. Just roll me a d4. It's easiest.
4.
Okay. You see the lovely green feet.
Probably one of the only ones not wearing shoes anyway.
Yup.
Got green feet. Nice toes, buddy. So it was the smiley lady with the spear weapon?
Yep.
Is that the same person?
Yep.
The smiley lady with the spear weapons not following orders. That's about all I got out here. Also, I'm locked out.
Well, I would always trust someone with such a lovely smile. Brightens up the room.
Now, is this like this is a mental conversation, right?
Yeah. But
I guess I will. After he says that he's locked out of the room, I'll go check out the door, rattle it.
I think it needs a key. I think it's fine though, because you can just relay anything I say to you through my brain to your brain, if needed. But otherwise, I think I'm just gonna chill here until this lockdown's over. I would have tried to pick it, but actually, did they take my thieves' tools? Just my weapons, right?
Just your weapons.
I'm gonna try and pick the lock.
Do that. Do the thing.
What type of check would you like?
Sleight of hand? Sure, sleight of hand.
I might have to not do that. I think I think
I
how
think
tools work is it's just the stat. So
yeah, and
using
then
these tools, and then you pick like, is it a dexterity check?
yeah, and you're proficient with it, yes?
I am proficient with these tools, but I'm expertise with sleight of hand, so I have to not roll that, I think.
Okay,
So I think
so
it's just +6, right? Because 4 is my dexterity and 2 is my proficiency.
yes.
So I'm gonna roll this dex save, which has a +6,
Okay,
and we're just gonna pretend that's Steve's tool.
perfect. Yeah, it click.
17.
Yeah, you open the door.
As soon as it starts to open, the chef will slam it shut.
Okay.
We don't know the guards' rotations. If we open this, they will find us, and there
That's,
could be dire consequences. I don't know that this guy's on the other side of the wall, by the way.
I'll just try to push it open again. Let
No,
me
my
in.
Okay, so you're speaking now?
Yeah.
What the fuck are you doing out there?
Recon.
Get in.
That's what I'm trying to do. You're stopping me. And I'll go to the other side and then pick the lock back to locked.
I will say intelligence is not a prerequisite of being a paladin.
Okay, so yeah, and then now I will just say aloud, "Hey, the one lady. All I really saw is the one lady was not following orders. I don't know if she's like part of the evil people, but
I don't. Is she capable of not smiling? It was creeping me out. You know, the guy with the mask that changes its own face is creeped out.
kind of feels like someone told her it was the key to lying, and she just stuck with it. It's creepy though. But I guess at this point we just wait and see if they confirm people are dead. I found all I could find. And I guess assuming this is a short rest, Miranda,
Yes, this would be considered a short rest.
I'm just gonna go ahead and use my little psychic recovery thing, which lets me get one of my dice back.
Oh yeah, you guys haven't had a short rest yet, or a rest of any kind.
Nope,
Oh.
I'm still pretty beat up.
That's
That's
right. That's a
Artifacts
thing.
and former golem answer was suffering.
So as you guys are having this little bit of a short rest, John, you get this ringing on your guild token.
I will answer. Moshi Moshi.
I leave you alone for less than 24 hours, and already you guys screw up. What
Wait,
happened?
so would the one that I have be ringing as well?
No, it's just the one guild token. The one that the mercenary
Oh.
guild token.
Yeah.
This is my like item. Yeah.
Yeah, it's your thing.
We found the murder victim and an attacker, and followed the lead to the school. Can I assume this is my wife?
No, the voice on the other end is Kalani. Um,
Oh, that's
the one
the
who
small
essentially,
percentage of female.
yeah, yeah, she's the one that gave you the message. We had to
Al-
clean up after you
Also,
guys.
also, I'm your boss. So
Oh,
remember. Deal.
You may be my boss, but I gave you one rule, and that was to not screw up. And what do we find? 4 bodies,
That's not
supposedly
how
in this
spell works.
alleyway. We were
That's not how
confront.
spell works. You can't sending. You can't do this.
And
You're illegal. I am fine if it works just like a phone or a
yeah,
computer.
this particular token works like a phone.
All right, sick.
Yes,
It's be like you can't just make the rule don't mess up. That's like what do you mean? How do you know what's a mess up?
we were
You
approached
gotta
by the
be-
guards, say that one of ours were in an alleyway, and supposedly there were 4 bodies, but we only found the one body. So explain that to me. What is going on?
We got ambushed in an alley. We won. We found a secret passageway. We I think we alerted the guards at one point. Maybe we
Yeah, we-
didn't. I don't remember. And
Yes.
then we followed our lead. We followed the bodies, the trail.
Please make sure you don't have any bodies just lying around in the open again.
I can't control I only have so much control over if I get ambushed. Like I understand what you're saying, but the bodies brought themselves to us. We didn't go looking for bodies.
Yes, but you also couldn't just, not left bodies lying around?
this is her name is Kalani, right?
Kalani, yeah.
The chef run over. I'm sorry, Miss Kalani. I'll make sure that there's no visible bodies next time. I'm so sorry about this.
Thank you. This is your one warning. Got it?
No, no, stop. Listen, we we took proper measures in my opinion. We weren't we hiding the bodies is more suspicious than say,
Circumstances were a bit dubious in our defense. There was someone that made guards ignore us for a bit for some reason. We did not know if this was a temporary thing or or permanent.
we made it clear it was self-defense rather than hiding a bunch of bodies in an alley
No,
that to
no.
get found.
Hold on. You said someone? Who?
Homeless guy.
Well, he was a bit more than a homeless guy, lad.
A homeless
He,
guy. A homeless
He
guy.
he
Mm-hmm.
okay. He he said he had a lead to our case.
You
And
listened
so
to a homeless guy.
it
He
worked.
came out of the walls.
for some reason I trusted him to bring us that we shared a temporary goal. Now I don't trust anyone for a long time, and you can see why. But he took us into an alley. We were ambushed. He disappeared. He reappeared after we defended ourselves, and I actually forgot what the rest of the mission was.
That was it.
Sounds like a great guy.
You
This is
followed
so
a
far
complete
beyond how
ran.
this token is supposed to work. It's actually just on speakerphone now, even though it's a psychic message.
Yeah.
He said
In
this was
hindsight,
good.
following a homeless guy into an alley does sound like a
It's supposed to
stupid
be
idea.
It's supposed to be 125.
I know. I haven't edited it yet because it's on my
That's
other
fine.
computer.
This is my conference call token.
I thought it was coming. If this is not coming through the token itself, then this conversation never happened. I thought it was a
No,
speakerphone.
no, it
It
is.
is
It
now.
is.
It is now. It's just not how my item is worded. Is all.
Yes.
He like comes
Adjusting
out of
stuff.
it like a little hologram and talks to us.
Like Star Wars.
Like Star.
Hell yeah. Um. But yeah, anyway, like we're I don't know. Bye. No, I'll just,
Oh, wait, son of a bitch.
So
I
let
don't
me
like
let
them.
me get this
I don't like
straight.
them people. I
Oh.
hung up.
Yeah, he hung up.
Let me get this straight. You approached a random stranger
No, Miranda, I
who's
hung up.
what?
I hung up.
Oh.
Yeah, that's why I was getting frustrated.
Oh. Oh no. Oh no.
Call her back.
No, absolutely not. I
Oh
don't.
my god, you're going to get me fired.
Sure, I might.
Unbelievable.
I don't take kindly to people calling me just to complain. If she had useful information, she should have given it to us.
We had useful information and we were not done saying it.
We told her what we had. It's
You
our
didn't
mission.
tell her about the room?
I actually do think I told her about the room.
Did you tell her about the room?
I don't know. I said we follow the lead.
Okay.
Why exactly are we here again?
We're just trying to identify why these kids are dying and getting kidnapped.
Because the stealth mission requires an establishment-wide alarm.
But who were we originally looking for?
The Shadow Man, I think. Isn't that where?
Could we just follow some homeless guy, forget what we were doing, find a dead student, and go to a school?
There was like a redhead girl. There's like a redhead girl we were supposed to find in a park. And
There
then
isn't some very, very big details. But yes, that's it.
there's a girl we were supposed to find in a park, and then she wasn't there, and then we followed a trail of like her blood and stuff. Found the guy.
Is that who the homeless guy stole?
I believe it was one of the bodies, but I can't be certain.
They
But it's
forgot
also
what
been
they were
like
doing.
2 months in real life, so
Yeah.
I don't actually like fully remember our mission briefing. Or anything. I'll call her back with my.
I mean, they know what they're
captain
doing. They
sending,
keep
and
repeating
I'll
it.
go,
That's the
"Okay,
thing. But they're
do
like,
I
I don't
have
know what we're
useful
doing.
information?"
And I'm like, yes, you do. You literally just
Why
said it
do
4
you
times.
start the conversation?
But they're RPing.
As much as she could fire you, so could I. Chill, bro.
Can I resign?
Great. All right.
The chef is gonna just go and sit by the door. Like, sit on the door listening for any noise on the other end, trying his best to not pay attention to this arrogance.
If you're listening into the hallway, roll a perception, please. Nothing. You hear nothing but the bickering happening in the room.
I hear my two bosses fighting with each other and my job's on the line.
This is great.
It was fine.
I'm having fun.
Brent,
Yeah.
you were the ugly bard, right?
No, that was Kevin.
No. I'm
Oh,
the intelligent shifter guy.
oh, the other bard's not here?
Correct.
No.
Oh, but who am I supposed to perform with?
I think I still have a skill in performance. I could dance or something. I don't know.
No, like when we short rest, bards make it cooler by being hidden.
Did
Then
she answer ever, Miranda?
Sorry, say again?
When I called her and said, "Do you have useful information to share?" Did she answer?
Oh, she did not answer because she's got the fury happening, and yeah, nope, she's not answering you right now because she's pissed.
Okay.
Given my time in their guild hall, is this a familiar sight to you at all?
Sorry, say again?
Given my tenure within the guild hall, which I don't know if that's considered long, uh, is this a familiar sight?
Yes. Yes, it
Okay,
is.
okay, that puts me a little at ease.
Um, yeah, so you guys, night starts to fall. It is starting to get dark, and you hear a small little knocking at the door before the key starts to go into the lock, and then the door opens, and it's Vix. And she walks in, still kind of like that uneasy demeanor, and she kind of looks at you guys. She's like, "The headmaster is not really happy. Um, all the students were accounted for. So, what's going on?"
At this point, even I don't know what's going on.
She will kind of like step back out of the doorway and look around down the hall, and she'll walk in and close the door. Um, and she'll just like fiddle with the key in her hands, and she's not making eye contact with anyone. Um, I don't know how to explain this, but you have to help. Something's weird is going on, and I don't know what's going on, and I don't know, and I don't know what to do, and I feel powerless, and I can't figure it out, and you guys can help, right?
Do not worry, we solve all problems.
Create problems. Shut up.
Uh, uh, see, okay, I'm from the crest of a sun, where we are trained to be paladins and clerics and holy divine, and I, I, I don't know how to explain it, but something feels off. I can't pinpoint what it is, and my connection with my divine isn't quite as strong, but it just something is wrong here at the academy. I don't know what to do.
I guess we'll take any lead we can get at this point. You know, I'd like to go home tonight with my companion in a bed I'm familiar with. So, what you got?
Um, that's the thing. I don't have anything. All the students were accounted for. The headmasters of each of the crests are not conducting any of their courses tomorrow. And the assistants are all supposed to stay within the grounds. They're not supposed to be venturing out. So all of their missions have been cancelled until further notice. Just in case, they're to be on guard with the sentinels. Um, but it still feels weird, and the feeling's been getting stronger, and I can't quite put a finger on it. I haven't felt this feeling before. Everything's still quite new with some of my gifts, but
I use divine sense.
yes, you can.
Okay, I feel like I was being, just pushed a little bit. Okay, I'll use divine sense. It doesn't look like I have to roll anything, right?
If I recall, no. What is the range on that though?
Presence 60 feet.
So within the 60 feet, you don't feel anything.
Within the same radius, you also detect the presence of any place or object that has been consecrated or desecrated. I just noticed those are the same suffix. Cool.
um, I I don't know if you want to look, but if you really feel like the ones that you saw that were dead were in fact students, I don't know. I can take you to the library tomorrow. Maybe look through some of the yearbooks. Just to be sure.
I don't like being locked up. So any chance that I can get out of here, I'll
Oh,
take.
yeah. You're the lockdown is just going until morning, so I will bring you guys some sort of bedding and things like that for the room here. Um, but tomorrow morning is when everybody will return to um, the courtyard at Max. All classes have been cancelled at least, but the library or the music hall or um, I don't know. I just I don't know. I'm gonna go to the church in the morning, but if you would like, I could escort you somewhere, maybe.
Where do they keep our weapons and companions?
Um, well, the weapons are gonna be in the store. I'm assuming you dropped them off at the front entrance. They're gonna be put into the gatehouse. And any sort of companions, whether they are um artificial or not, will be kept in the stables and taken care of there. The stables do have bedding as well.
You put golems with the horses?
Separate stables. I don't know how else to explain, but yes.
Uh, the clay is going to lose like it's going to lose all like concentrated structure as it just switches to default, and I'm struggling to comprehend.
I mean, if you would like, I could escort you to the front gate in the morning after church.
I uh, I would like that very much. Thank you.
Yes. Any breakfast requests? Well, I'm adding to the list right now. The headmaster has specifically instructed for me to take care of you to the full accommodations of the Welcome to Frecia Academy joyness.
I'm getting very mixed signals. What do you guys want? Nothing too fatty for me. I don't do well with a heavy breakfast.
I have a question for you before you go or whatnot. Which like section of students would the smiling lady with the spear be responsible for?
Oh, so she is under the crest of the star. She's the assistant to the headmaster there. Um, Cecil is her name.
The headmaster or her?
Her. She's. I don't like her. If I'm being honest, she. And I don't. I mean this in a good way. She was cursed, and her curse has really given her a unwelcoming um mindset.
Gotcha. And what?
Is this not a place of? You said paladins and clerics. Aren't those people good at removing that kind of stuff?
They've all tried, but for some reason her curse still persists.
And who's the headmaster there?
Aricia. She's the kind of like the purple dress lady.
The owl or the like main lady?
Oh, you're the owl.
On the left.
You said that she worked for the headmaster of the Circle of the Star, and I'm wondering who that is. I guess because I thought this purple lady was of the whole school.
Yeah, she's of the whole school. Varric. Varric is the headmaster for the Crest of the Star.
And is that one of the ones in the picture, or is that
Yes.
somebody?
Yeah, he's the owlin looking
Oh,
bird
the
dude.
owl?
Yeah.
Okay. So those two are the Circle of the Star, and then can you remind me what pins we found?
They were star.
They were Star. Okay. Okay. I won't say any of that out loud. I'll just ask her what I had asked. Who's she in charge of, and who's that boss? And yeah, in terms of food, I'll just take whatever the general populace is having.
Um, yeah, so unless you guys have anything else you would like to ask her, she will return shortly with some beddings of some kind. She does apologize that it's not quite the accommodations that they're probably looking for in terms for actual rooms. Um, but yeah, she'll bid you a good night, and she will see you all in the morning.
Before she goes, I want to ask her: is there any place students gather at night for leisurely activities?
Leisurely, I do know some of the students like to go to the garden. We do have a lovely theater. Sometimes we project different theatrical events and whatnot that have been recorded elsewhere in the cities. Um, the Artificer team has been trying to develop a sort of projectional lacrima system that is really cool to watch. Um, the food hall, the library, the gym, where a lot of the clubs like to meet out for their athletic capabilities and activities, and um, those are all the places that I can think of off the top of my head. I like to hang around my own dorm. I don't really have a lot of friends. The headmaster tends to take up a lot of my time, unfortunately.
All right. Can you give me directions to the theater?
Oh, yes, certainly. So okay, she's gonna go up to a window, and she's gonna point to like a large tower. So if you go over that way, see that large tower over there? Down below, there's a big doorway that leads into the theater hall. So just
Thank you.
follow the tower, and it you can't miss it.
All right. I thank her and I wait for her to leave and them figure out where my party's gonna do.
Yep. And unless anybody has any questions, she boop 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 boop. Boop.
Well, I'm going to go there. I assume you mortally people want to sleep.
How late is it now?
It's about like 9 o'clock ish.
Are we still locked in, or we're allowed to wander now?
No, you're allowed to. You guys are allowed to wander. The lockdown is just within the campus. Nobody's allowed to leave the campus at this point.
Okay, I'm just gonna wander to the library for a bit and read some books before resting.
Okay.
I'll go to the stars, wherever that place is that all the star pins are from.
It's towards the theater.
I shall go that way.
You're coming with me, are you?
Yeah, I love the theater.
That's good. I'll need someone good at asking questions.
I'm not staying in this room alone, so I have no choice. I follow.
Okay. Who you're following to the theater?
Yes, because I don't want to be in a locked room alone.
Okay, sounds good. Um, so I guess is there anything in the library that you want to look for, Shiloh? Or are you just
Not particularly.
okay?
Spell books,
Okay.
fun stuff to study, reminiscing of the school days.
Okay. Yeah, just nobody's really in the library, so you can kind of you have the whole library to yourself, which is kind of nice. Um, yeah, you pick out your books, have a good read, catch up on things. The rest of you, yeah, on the way to the theater, at least towards the theater direction. You do see as you go through the gateway of the Crest of the Star, um, the assistant walking around, and she's got her weapon in hand, but she looks like she's bored as hell. She's still got her big ol' smile across her face, and she kind of like doesn't even care that she's on guard duty at this point. Um,
Is she
but
just standing alone, or are there
she's alone. She's just pacing back and forth. Uh, um, but yeah, the theater is like not far off from the entranceway of the Crest of the Star.
Did
Um,
someone crash in roll 20? I saw something move.
uh,
Richard, are you in roll 20?
Yep.
oh, it's Eric. He's fine. Um, but yeah, so who all's going into the actual theater?
Me for sure.
Okay,
Is this like a normal theater with like closed doors, or is this like an amphitheater?
it is a normal theater with closed doors.
What I'm going for is oh, I don't know how this would come up. But, where's roll 20? I'm destined to find a group that wants to see me perform.
Do you have a table of desires or something? Why did you roll that?
It's part of my background perk.
What is this?
uh, okay, all right.
So that's what I'm looking for. I'm looking for a small gathering of theater kids or something like that of hanging around this area.
Yeah, I mean, there's people there. There's a few people who look like they're some sort of artificer type of people. There's bards. They're walking around with their instruments on their backs and in their hands, depending what instrument they have. You do see a couple of the students. Actually, most of the students are no longer in their uniforms at this time. It looks like they're wearing leisure wear, but a couple of them are wearing like very bright, colorful commedia dell'arte sort of like style costumes with like masks on their face and whatnot. And it looks like you're kind of like they're preparing for some sort of like uh, performance of some kind. Um, and kind of like look.
Mine, obviously.
They look like they're like rehearsing lines and movements and things like that.
So there's just a stage there, and there's just a him and hawing of kids scattered about the theater, eh?
Yes.
Well, perfect.
So there's a large crowd of people around, right?
Not a large crowd of people. There's like maybe like 10 to like 15 max.
Oh. Never mind then.
Well, I'll just get on stage and, or at least make my way towards the stage if we're just entering the building.
Okay. So yeah, it's a standard theater setting. So you go down some stairs down below to the stage. Um, that have another set of stairs that go up to it. And on the stage, there appears to be a gigantic white screen draped across the back of it. Um, and on this white screen, you see sort of like these different colors being projected onto it. Uh, and if you look up at the top, you can see there's some of the like the artificer students who are kind of like placing stones in front of these light sources, and it looks like they're trying different techniques or materials or something like that out. And you could kind of see that these two students in particular are kind of like arguing with each other, like pushing each other out of the way. Like, no, this one's better. No, 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 I want to use this one. Um, standard chaotic stuff up there. For anybody who's been a theater student of any kind and done the sound booth or the lighting booth before.
Practicing an instrument or dance around?
Nobody's practicing their instruments right now. Mostly it looks like people are reading their lines or reading sheet musics of different kinds. But they're like scattered throughout the entire theater. So like some are in the seats, some are up on the stage, some are down below, some are up top. Like they're all over the place. It seems like nobody so far has noticed you come in. They're kind of like super absorbed into whatever it is that they are focusing on.
Well, we can't have that. It's like I'm fulfilling a request from Eric in my chat, who's having problems.
So, Chef, did you go in with them?
I the chef thought that there was going to be a performance, so that's why he went because he likes the theater. But he was learning that that was lies, like everyone tells him.
It's just all been lies. You don't even have a child.
Okay, so is Chief Keel
Yes, but no.
Okay, because my alignment is very close to shifting.
Think I will, I suppose, do sneaky rogue shit and uh like sneak out of the theater after a couple songs, and then like kind of what I want to look for is within the dorms, like evidence of one that has been less used for a bit, one where there's no candlelight or something going on, something to imply that someone's not staying there.
Okay. If you can roll me an perception or investigation, that would be beautiful.
I will. My roll 20's being weird, so if it doesn't work, let me know. Perception. Well,
Oh, oh, oh.
I'm kicking down doors. Does anyone live here? Boom. Does anyone live here? Just picking every lock.
Um, are you doing this stealthily by chance?
Nah, not with
Not
a
anymore.
not with a one. Yes would have been my answer, but not with a one.
Not with the one. Okay, so you do get approached by Miss Smiles.
Hello.
Hi. What are you
Ooh,
doing?
abrasive. That uh, that's quite a voice. I am looking for the theater.
The You mean the theater that you just walked by?
Oh, great. So it's that way. And I will, attempt to go that way. Putting
Um,
it short.
she'll quickly grab you by the shoulder and like spin you around.
Whoa. Is this some sort of dance hall as well as theater?
Whoa.
Uh,
Um. Yeah, first of all, ew. Um. Second of all, um, you you're not a student. I've never seen you here before.
yes, I'm a
Okay.
contractor.
Contractor. Okay, so I know you're the one in the headmaster's office.
Yep.
Um, so you were the one who was, dead bodies, right? So you're the one who pulled me from my mission?
Uh-huh. That's
Uh-huh.
me.
Yeah,
The
okay.
contractor.
I don't like you, by the way.
That's okay.
Okay, so just an FYI, if I catch you doing something that, goes against kind of like the ground rules of this place,
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna be the first one to respond.
Okay.
And let's just be honest here. You're not gonna like what I can do. Got it?
Uh-huh.
Uh huh. Theater's that way. Bye!
Bye. I hope she's killing kids so I can murder her. back to the theater and watch the rest of the show.
So while he was out, I'll have just like taken my spot on the stage and start being beautiful, dancing and seeing how many eyes I can get towards me.
Yeah, roll me that sweet, sweet performance. Nice. So you hit. Explain to me, how do you do it?
I just walk up to the stage in my aura of majesty, not anyone even looking at me at the start until I start to move. Majestically, interpretive dance style, gliding across the floor, floating, my hair.
I have
So.
immunity to disease, so I am not charmed by this.
But you are watching the performance along with everybody else in the room. Um, the
Natural 20, I have to, and I'm not happy about it.
Yeah, you watch the performance. You take a seat.
Nope.
Yep.
Not doing that much.
Oh, okay. All right. All right. But the other students within the theater will take a seat. So a couple of them will kind of like leave the stage, and they're like jaw drop in awe as to what they're witnessing here. Um, the two up at the top no longer are bickering back and forth. They figured out the perfect light to follow and spot you with. The students with instruments and whatnot, they start playing music together to enhance the performance that's happening before them. Um, yeah, it's a beautiful performance.
It truly is. I will finish up this performance and get my standing ovation. Um, and then I'll just quickly do a look through the crowd. And can I perceive the four most protagonist-looking kids in the group?
I like how you phrase that. Roll me a perception or investigation.
That's not that high.
Okay. I mean, you pick out Chef. Um,
Truly one of the most hip-looking kids.
um, at the top, you do see Cecil with her blade in hand, smiling down at the
Oh,
stage,
I'll
and
do her too.
she's she's clapping. Um,
Yeah, definitely pick her.
and then you find you see a couple other students. One of them has like crazy bright pink hair. That is just kind of like Yu-Gi-Oh style. And then you see another one who's got like the I'm too cool for school demeanor. He's got like the dark hair, the brooding mindset, but he's like got that little smile that is his coming across his face, and he's trying to hold it back because he's like, no, theater's stupid. I don't want to be part of the theater. But in reality, is theater is his life.
Excellent. All right. Those are truly the four best targets, and I will enthralling performance on them.
So wisdom saving throw. All right.
Did it not come through on roll 20?
So it says DC 14 Wisdom save right above it, so it's more of a
Oh, the
call.
text didn't come through though.
No.
What? Oh, I see.
There we go.
Well, that's a lot of reading. I love how it says seductive. So yeah, Chef, you need to make a wisdom saving throw.
I'm seriously one of the targets? Why?
uh,
That's enough for one. Okay, so what? No, actually,
Oh, you've just fallen straight in love, haven't you?
I. Why does God hate me?
I love this so much. Okay, so um I love this so much. So
I
Cecil
want to let you know you were interrupting something that I was going to try to do. So never mind on that end.
so Cecil passes. She's just admiring, kind of like she's scanning the room, and she's still that big old grin across her face. Chef, you fail. I'm sorry, man. Um, the pink anime haired person fails, and the brooding "I'm too cool for school" one does pass.
All right. As I exit the stage, I'll give a nod to the four. The ones that were charmed will come into like the back corner with me, I guess.
So yeah, the pink anime hair person does, and I guess the chef does too.
Oh, do I have a choice?
No, because I'm enjoying every moment of this right now.
My kid's gone. I'm being seduced by someone I don't like. I'm in a crowd. And I wanted to do something, but never mind.
All right, so the performance is over. I have my two charmed people, and to sort of, I guess, expedite it, I'll first give a sly wink and nod the chef, kissy lips. Um, but with the student, I want to get into questioning them on, like, has there been any weird students lately, or do they notice anything weird happening with
Everything's weird, sir.
in regard to their peers lately in the
You are, sir.
specifically the star groups.
Sorry, I'm just in awe of you. Your performance was magnificent. Um, but you.
Yes, if you answer all my questions, I will let you touch me.
Oh, okay. Oh, okay. Sorry. Um,
I'm
sorry.
gonna commit a war crime.
What was your question again?
I just want to know if you noticed anything strange with either Cecil or students. Has any students gone missing? Any of your friends? Any of your friends' friends?
Um, uh, s- oh, yes. Oh, sorry. Crest of the Star. I'm not totally sure, but I do know that a bunch of Crest of the Star students went out. They were doing some sort of expedition on behalf of Cecil. But well, I don't know. They just they did what they were supposed to do. Came back, I guess. I don't know. I heard that we were supposed to be under a lockdown. Uh, I don't, I don't know, man. But God, you're so pretty.
Yes, thank you. You can touch my chest now.
She,
Oh God,
she,
you make me sick. You make me sick.
she does not hesitate and just immediately both hands just.
Chef, you two, join.
Actually, question for the DM. I was gonna type this in private chat, but my
Okay.
I have something that I was planning on doing in terms of extreme emotion. Permission to do it? I'll send you the screenshot of what I intend to do.
Send it to me and we'll talk.
Okay. Remember how I told you the mask would change?
Yeah, yeah, you can if you would like.
I would
I
very
will
much
not
like to do this.
I will not stop you. So if you would like to explain what it is you're doing.
Um, the face behind the mask starts glowing, blue, bright blue, as liquid starts pouring out, like very, very thick, very viscous liquid starts pouring out of the eyes, and eventually the mouth. It looks like it's a weird show of crying and smiling. Like it's dripping down through the sleeves. It's on the burlap and all the fabric.
Tears of happiness?
Um, and both you and I take 2 radiant damage.
Ooh, it tickles.
As at the end of each of my turns, so every 6 seconds, you just take another 2 radiant damage.
The one girl does like block. She uses herself as a shield to try to prevent any sort
Okay,
of
she
radiant.
takes 2 radiant
Yep.
damage. I mean, I'm losing control on this one, so
Uh, so
Well, something is certainly happening here. So, how about you guys, Miss Student, turn to your group and I don't even know if I have the ability to release Chef during this hour. Chef stands probably 10 feet away from me.
I think you know what's happening because that's exactly what's needed.
No, it's just all auras are 10 feet, so just took a guess.
Okay, yeah.
Um,
I'm still.
I'm guessing John joined back to the theater, but we have no idea where he is because he just blends in so well. Am I
Yeah.
still psychically linked to him? It's 4 hours, right?
Yeah. Assuming it hasn't been 4 hours.
you're on the cusp. You're on like the last. I wouldn't say like half hour of it, probably.
I'll think really hard at him. John,
What up?
I finished in the theater. Should we meet by the creepy bird outside?
Yes, let us meet by the creepy bird.
It might help to describe that the floor is also now glowing blue. Diminishing, but still.
Also, watch out for Chef. He broke.
Is that what all that ooze is?
Yeah, he started crying tears of happiness from touching me, and
I hate you so much.
it's just been a whole thing.
Alright. Tell the creepy bird, I won't ask questions.
Assuming
Creepy bird was
we
there.
are able to pass Cecil and get back outside in the courtyard.
Yes, you can. She's kind of like standing outside of the entrance, and as you guys walk past her, she kind of gives a little creepy, serial killer like smile with a wave.
I'll give her back like the most beautiful smile I can make.
If her
Always keep smiling.
if her face could cringe, it would.
If only she was just a little less wise.
Goodbye, Cecil.
Bye.
And as I
Don't
get
worry about our oozing friend here.
It lasts for a minute, so I think that's over. Also, side note, I've taken 10 radiant damage.
Okay.
uh,
The other
I've been
girl's
out
like
there.
on the ground, just like convulsing.
Who? Me? Sure.
No, the other girl, the one who was,
Yu-Gi-Oh!
yeah, the one with the Yu-Gi-Oh hair.
3 dead children?
uh,
So explaining to John what I talked to the child about. It seems that Cecil had sent an expedition of kids out, and for all they know, those kids came back, but I don't know if that's typical school behavior. Might be something to look into.
Yeah, I'm a little suspicious of either her or her boss as well.
The
I
fact
tried to check for some of the rooms, but they have traps set up or something. It was impossible. No one could have done it.
the fact that she didn't love me tells me she must be evil at the heart.
True. I
And
Maybe
Oh,
it's
we
something like.
we
Go
just
ahead.
passed her, correct?
Yeah, she's like leaning up against the wall on the outside entrance of the theater watching you guys.
Okay, so now that he said that he thinks that she is evil, I am going to do another divine sense. Right? Yeah, divine sense.
I
And
could see it being something where she just wants to not smile, and so someone is saying they're gonna cure her, but either way, there's something sus afoot.
um um so you don't pick up on anything.
I can guarantee you, sir, she is not evil at all.
All right, problem solved. Next, next suspect. What makes you say that?
I can tell.
Huh?
I have no idea how to describe divine sense, honestly.
That definitely seems helpful. I don't know. I guess tonight we just go to bed, pick it up in the morning. Unless anyone has any other things they want to try. Right now, I'm most suspicious of this general area still, regardless of if it's her or not.
There's no one within 60 feet that's evil here, sir.
Well, I guess, like, morally speaking, you can be good and do bad acts, so
I suppose that's right. Yeah, what an excellent point.
maybe there's just some really nice child murderers here.
I never considered that. Food for thought.
Alright, well, I'm gonna I'm gonna head to bed, and I will do that. Miranda, I don't have anything left for me.
Shiloh, did you have anything before you wanted to turn in for the night?
Nope, nothing else.
Perfect. So, unless anybody has any objections, you guys all turn in. You can complete your long rest unless there are watches.
Is there a what?
Unless there are some sort of watches you guys want to establish or anything like that.
Oh, I'll take first watch. I don't know if we're establishing watches, but I will take first watch regardless.
I'll go morning watch, like last watch.
You're on camera.
I don't care.
Did you hear us?
Do you want me to turn the camera off or something? Okay, I'll be right back.
Oh.
Ooh.
um. But yeah, unless you guys have anything specific you would like to do on your watches. Um, as you guys are completing your watches, if you look out the window, you can see the assistants are walking around. It looks like they are up all night. They are pacing back and forth, crossing the main courtyards. Occasionally, you'll see a teacher joining them as well, but it looks like these guys in particular are not resting. They are staying up. They are taking their points of exhaustions. Um, and you guys are welcomed in the morning to a small knock at the door with the small little Vix uh, with these little pieces of paper in hand. She's not in her uniform. She is wearing her normal. She's actually wearing kind of like a dark uh, leathered sort of outfit of some kind, meant to be worn underneath some sort of plate armor. She kind of presents these pieces of paper to you guys. These are vouchers for the main hall for you guys to be able to get your breakfasts for whatever it is that you guys had requested with me the other night. I had put in your orders and they will be ready as soon as you provide these vouchers. Did you guys have anything? I know you wanted to go see your companion, but did anybody else need anything from me?
No, let's go as soon as possible, please.
Yes.
Just gonna give the dirtiest look I can. The
Um,
dirtiest look at the mask. To the bard. Bard whose name I don't know because I'm looking at 3 different names between Roll20 and Discord.
The one at Roll20 is the character name.
How do you pronounce that?
Arato.
Erato. Yeah, he's getting a really dirty mask look. There's also a pile of vomit in the corner.
Oh.
Normal vomit, by the way.
Ooh. I guess I will send someone to clean that up.
Do I see this dirty look?
Yes, you do. You most certainly do.
I'll kind
Yeah,
of
I'm
eye
not-
both of them and just be like, something happened?
Oh, nothing that wasn't beautiful.
Oh, I got it.
Chef is out. He's gone. He's left.
I think, Dorado, that. Oh, there's dogs. The cops are coming for us.
Oh no, that's actually really bad for me for my backstory.
I think, Dorado, that you should be careful with your powers of showmanship around the party.
I'm not even sure he should know that he was attracted to me. Maybe it's just natural.
Well, yeah, I'm not, or out of character, I'm not suggesting any of that. I'm just saying, be careful, you're too good at performing.
You also have no idea what I'm mad about.
Yeah, I guess did I see the corner stuff? Anyway, I'm still gonna say it. You be careful. It seems the powers of your performance are very strong. So just like
Oh, would you like to see some yourself?
I saw some of it. I was there for some of the show. So that's yeah. I'm just saying. Rein in your talent if you have to sometimes.
Oh, no. There will be no raining.
Okay. I'm gonna go sneak around again. Hopefully not get caught this time. And I guess what's our
I thought we were meeting with the gnome in the library.
I think somebody wanted to go to the library in the morning. Was that Chef?
I went to the library last night.
Okay. I will. Sorry, Miranda. Did you already tell us what the little papers say?
Oh, they're just basically like one food voucher.
Oh, okay. Um. Yeah, I don't really know what to do here, so I'll just follow someone somewhere.
Also, the previously clean mask now looks like the image I just posted in chat.
Oh, gross.
Gross.
And so that's like blue goo, but then there's also little puke.
Well, no, it is all black now. But
Gross.
there's no regular vomit on the mask, just the black vomit.
Doesn't look very food safe to me.
So the blue turns black after some amount of time. Or was it black to begin with and I just misunderstood?
You're asking out of character?
Out of character, yeah.
Out of character, it was glowing radiant blue, and then at some point, just like human blood turns brown, this turned black.
Okay. Gotcha.
Okay, so we have one person going with Vix to the stables. Is everybody else going to the mess hall?
Guess I'll go to the mess hall.
Can't start the day without a good breakfast.
Breakfast, breakfast.
Okay, so we'll go the breakfast route first. Um, so Shiloh, you remember your way around. You're able to be like, yeah, it's this way, guys. So yeah, it's crowded. Like everybody's going to breakfast at the same time. You can see everybody all not in uniform, relaxing, chatting with one another. Um, as you kind of like walk through, you kind of have to like push your way to the main line. Um, and each of you presents, I'm assuming, your little vouchers.
I
Um,
want I want to do one quick once over of my voucher to see if there's any kind of random message hidden on it or anything that's like, give this guy the poison one. So I'll like eye the guy next to me's voucher
okay.
and all that jazz.
Um, let's see. Wait, I'm gonna do this a little interesting. Roll me an insight check.
Inside, inside, 7, and I'll do my thingy. Even though can a 13 pass?
Yes, it would.
Okay, so I'll try to do my thing. Uh, oh yeah, 9,
No,
which I assumes fails and therefore doesn't spend my psychic power.
correct. Yeah,
Whee!
you notice that the students don't have vouchers.
What? Oh, that makes sense.
Yeah, they are presenting like they're presenting like their badges and pins and whatnot. And,
Okay, I'll just get my food.
um, so yeah, for those who did put in an order, the person taking in the tickets kind of waves their hand, and the paper disintegrates in their hand a little bit. Um, and they'll tell you like, "Hey, go wait down at the other end. Your food will be there in a moment." And each of your plates is whatever specifically you had ordered with Vix. Uh, it appears that the papers themselves were charmed in a way that coincided with your guys' orders. Um, but yeah, you guys grab your plates. You find a seat somewhere if there is a seat available. Snagged it before anybody else could. You do see the assistant to the Crest of the Sun in his big paladin armor, plate armor, glory, and he's walking around with a large great sword that is made out of complete stained glass. And he's walking around with that on his back, and he's kind of like just eyeing up the students. He does have a plate of food in hand as well, but he does look tired. And he kind of sits down at the end of the table from you guys and just starts chowing down. Not far behind him is another one of the assistants, the skull mask one. She also looks tired. She kind of like slams her plate down and just like rests her head on the table, just playing with her food, not really trying to eat it. But otherwise, the rest of the room is kind of like bustling and out and about. Like it's very loud in this room. Very much like all the voices are echoing. You hear laughter, you hear chatter, you hear all different kinds of sounds throughout the room.
You maybe you talk to those two, and I'll just walk around eavesdropping. And if you agree to that plan, I will get up and I'll like take people's trays and stuff in an attempt to be blend in stealth.
Which two people were they?
Shiloh and Arato.
Wait, what?
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 Oh, are you asking about the two people, the ones at the table, or are you talking about the other two people that went with you?
Yeah.
Oh no, which
my
two were you telling me to go talk to?
my suggestion was that you talk to the big stained glass sword guy and the other lady while I scope the room for general gossip of like, so crazy they locked us down. It must be because Stephanie went missing, kind of stuff.
They did say that the head count came up full.
Yes.
Yeah, I know that. I'm saying that I'm trying to get the gossip of people who haven't seen their friend in a while or whatever, right? Like, I'm trying to. Because the teachers can lie about the head count being full, but someone who hasn't seen their friend in a week would possibly let gossip out. I'm just trying to walk around and listen to gossip.
Okay.
So I guess we'll go with the gossip first. Can you, my good sir, roll me a d8?
It'll be 8.
8. Fabulous. Um, so you overhear someone humming a tune. And they're kind of like, they're not talking to anybody. They're not interacting. Their head down. They're humming a tune. They're very focused on their food.
I noticed a dweeb.
But
Sure.
as you walk by them, they do kind of like look up at you, smile, give you a little wave, and then just go back to their food. And continue humming their tune. The other students just kind of like it seems like the students around them kind of have the same sort of effect that you normally have, where they don't notice that he's there, because like a couple of times they'll bump into him and he'll like jolt forward, but it's like his existence isn't actually there.
That's weird and spooky. And do I recognize the tune in any way?
No, you do not.
Okay. I will try to somewhat, memorize it. And this person. So they noticed me and waved at me, you said?
Yep.
Okay. I don't think I want to push anything yet, so I'll just continue my continuance and let Brent go.
Okay. So the two at the end of the table are just munching on their food, slowly, tiredly, very like almost dozing off. Like if you've ever seen a child in a high chair with the food all over their face, that's kind of what these guys are. They're very tired. They don't want to be here anymore.
Were these two people we know, or they were the?
These are the assistants that you guys would have seen in the headmaster's room. So one of them is the assistant to the Crest of the Sun. The other one is
Let me get my picture up here. So Sun is the Minotaur.
the Minotaur, and then the other one is the Drow. So she is the assistant to the Crest of the Moon.
Just in front of the Minotaur, that one.
Yeah.
Okay. How many people are between me and them?
2.
2 people. Is there space beside them?
Yep.
Alright. I will pretty much just grab my tray, go sit down right beside them, and say, "Looks like you had a rough night."
The drow will just kind of like alert up, and she'll jolt up, and she'll grab a small wooden stick she has. Who? What? Oh, you. You're the one from the office. Yes, it was a very tiring night.
Does everything seem to be in order around here now, or is it still in shambles?
It's as order as is to be expected, yeah. Nothing, nothing seems to be out of the ordinary. Everything seems to be totally fine.
Is it a DM yawn or a character yawn?
Both.
Cool.
Uh,
Okay, we're sort of contagious.
Out of character, not even sure what to ask these guys.
So you were the ones who told us to. Oh, what? Hey, Isa, they were the ones that came in and said that they were the shush. Yeah, they were the ones that told us the thing. So like, did you see the bodies?
We found one. It, so yeah, we saw both, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Yes, we did see both bodies. We found one in an alley and then another in a warehouse, and they had the pin with the crest of the star.
Star. That's Cecil's district. Why are we the ones doing the things? He's maybe Cecil knows who they are. I don't. Oh, maybe this is all her fault.
I guess I'm gonna ask them if there's been any rumors of strange homeless people around. I don't really know what to call that guy.
The
He had magic powers. He came out of walls and stuff. As far as I think we saw him do that, right?
Yeah.
Yes, we did. So I guess ask if there's any strange occurrences of maybe rogue people.
rogue people. Uh,
Rogue mages.
rogue. Well, I mean that's kind of like my jurisdiction, but like I don't know. I haven't seen anybody weird. I guess. I mean, there've been a few students who've like disappeared supposedly, but then they reappeared, and it's been like, they left the grounds without signing out, but you have to sign out when you leave the grounds. But like these guys didn't sign out, so they missed a bunch of classes, to my understanding. But they came back. So like, I don't know. I just remember getting a call from the headmaster of, "Hey, look out for these students here." But, you know, I've never run into any of them.
Could be something to look into.
I mean, if you're gonna be honest here, like, I guess there's like the Frecia Academy trio. I don't know what they're calling them these days. They usually hang out around like the courtyard. If they're not in the courtyard, they're in their dormitories, and if they're not in their dormitories, they're in the library. And if they're not in the library, I don't know. They're usually the ones that don't sign out. By the way, headmaster is like super frustrated with them sometimes because they are the worst to deal with. And like I really, really don't like the one. He's such a jerk. But I've dealt with him before here on the grounds just to kind of like smack him upside the head. Cause the stupid frickin' I mean, you know how it is, right? Like, you get that one guy in the class who's always, like, clowning around, and you just want him to, like, shut up and you want to strangle him. Yeah, this is this guy. Because, Zia won't do anything. He'll just kind of, like, let things go, and then the teachers won't do anything either because he's, like, the shining star. He's, like, the smartest one in the crest of the comet, but whatever.
Is his name Domino?
How did you know his name?
Sorry, that was totally out of character, but no. Oh, no. This student sounds like quite the handful. Maybe I should track him down and go talk to him. You said he was from the crest of the comet?
Yeah.
Thank you very much. Maybe I'll go have a word with this one.
Good luck. He's always around this stupid little posse of his.
Sounds like he won't be hard to find then.
Yeah, but good luck getting to him is the real thing.
Well, we got a pretty good group. I think we'll find a way. We got one very persuasive person in our group. Shouldn't be a problem.
Right. Anywho's. And she's gonna just rest her head on top of her food and just kind of like give up.
I'll politely say thank you and finish enjoying your breakfast, and I'll get up and go talk with the rest of the group.
Just real quick before you do that, John, can I get you to roll one more d8, please?
Yas. If I can find the map. One more D8, it's a 4.
4. Okay. Can you? No, you've got a good enough perception. Never mind. You do hear two students talking to each other about a ship that was supposedly raided. And you kind of like peer over their shoulders, and you can see they've got like a newspaper in hand, and it looks like there was a freight ship that was blown up. And just judging by the main headline, it looked like the Davelison army was to blame for it. But as you are kind of like peering over their shoulder, they're kind of like whispering to each other. They're like, do you think it was them? No, it can't be them. No, why would the guild do that? I don't know. The guild does strange things. They're supposed to be like the revolutionists. But like, why would they go after this ship and explode it? Well, maybe because they're trying to put the blame on Devilison? Yeah, but like, why? Dude, have you not seen what's going on? Like, the army's controlling a lot of other stuff right now. Like, why would the Revolutionary Army not want to blow up a ship carrying freight? Potentially, like, bombs that could be used against the army.
Okay, okay.
Are we the guild?
Hmm?
We are a guild. Are we? There, I guess there are multiple guilds, right? Of like different types, I assume.
Yeah. So you know that there's like within Divelison overall, there's like the Guild of the Blade. The oh god, I'm not even remembering my own guilds. There's four different types of main guilds.
Okay. And then they're saying one of the guilds blew up a Frecia ship with bombs on it?
Yep.
Okay. And that I'm gonna try it to mimic like a kind of young voice and be like, which guild again?
Oh my
You
god.
know,
Like you can't just say that out loud. Wait, hold on. Wait, who said that? Oh my god, I don't know who said that. But like, do they know about the guild? I don't know. Only like so few people know about the guild. Like, oh my god.
I love your teenage wizard.
I work with a bunch of high schoolers.
That's true. Um, I can't. Can I like roll to guess? They they didn't catch accept the bait. I know it's a guild that not a lot of people know about.
Um, I mean, you could roll an insight.
Sure, I like dice. Um, Never mind. My character sheet's kind of fucked up right now. I think I accidentally turned myself into a monster. No, wait, no, it's on D&D Beyond.
Yeah.
Silly me. It's been a very long week. Apologies if I'm short-tempered or anything.
It's all golden.
That's the insight. What'd I get?
So you you do know that there might be like something because if they're kind of like hush hush because like you know the guilds of Divelson and like most guilds that affiliate with like the not mercenary guild but kind of like the sort of like tradesmen what's the
I
word.
think it's the carpenters.
Yeah, like there's the carpenters guild, there's woodmakers guild, there's like a bunch of these other guilds. But you do know that there are so far no guilds to your knowledge that are kind of like keep it on the down low type of guilds. Unless they are supposed to be like, a thieves guild or, I'm trying to break the law kind of guilds. But
Okay.
those types of guilds are guilds that you at least are aware of given your current line of work.
I do have thieves can't. I do, so okay. So I think it might be some sort of okay law the Lawbreakers Guild.
Basically.
Okay.
The guild that
Uh,
didn't sign the contracts.
I'll just be like, "Oh, are you done with that soup?" And I'll like grab it and scurry off.
Well, oh my god, was he there like the entire time? Oh, I think so. Wait, did you think he heard us? He might have heard that. Oh my god.
Oh my god! Can't believe that it's a Lawbreakers Guild.
Wait, oh my god, do you know about lawbreaker guilds?
Oh my god!
The plane
Uh,
crashing guild.
I will. I'm just gonna go eat. I think I got my information. I need to regroup with my friends. I got some juicy goss, and I'm happy. I'm just gonna get belly full and wait. We're all back together.
So meanwhile, um, the chef, you are being escorted out to the main gateway.
Correct.
So you go through the gate, and Vix is kind of like leading you to the main stables where the companions and the gate, the house where all the weapons are stored. If you want to see your companion, little friend, they're gonna be in this stable here. I'm gonna go check in with the gatekeeper real quick just to let him know that we are here. But feel free to go take a quick peek.
Okay. The chef will look around, peruse, find other whatever else is kept in this not horse stable. Trying to figure out how that came to be.
So,
Um, Eventually finds the his golem, right?
yeah, so you walk into the stable, you see Shiloh's construct up against a wall, and it looks like the construct is like hooked up to different materials, almost like a charging station, if you would. uh, Next to him is a small warforged, um, decorated in porcelain, um, sort of intricate designs on it, and also same thing. It looks like it's hooked up to like a charging station. Um, and further down are the actual like stables for like the animals and whatnot, where you do see like different horses. You see like different sort of types of mounts that are, I can't think of other things other than horses right now. But you do note that your golem is not there.
Fantastic. Is any conscious being around?
Other than the animals and Vix in the main warehouse with the gatekeeper.
All right. Hold on, I'm trying to mentally prepare myself. The the chef will you go into a corner, make sure that nothing is looking, and uh he'll take off his mask and uh he'll kneel on the ground and then he'll start he'll put his face in his hands and he'll start crying. And I'm trying to make myself cry right now. Theater kid. Sorry. I'm sorry. Sorry. I lost him. I was, I was, I was, I was disloyal. No, I've lost my son. Please give me. Please. And
And
she's gonna be there for a while.
yeah, you'll hear the footsteps of Vix, and she comes in with a kind of like this big bowl of some kind, and she gently places it down next to you. I'm I'm so sorry. The gatekeeper said that he found these pieces. Um, I don't know if the magic was just dispelled, but
Gonna
he tried to
put
collect as much as he could.
gonna slam the mask back on his face. Uh, Actually, no. She'll see him draw a finger along his forehead, and he's gonna slam the mask upon his face. And what's in the bowl?
Pieces of clay.
Where is my son?
I
And grab something on her clothes. I don't know.
I don't know. This was all that the gatekeeper had found. It happened last night.
Bring me to him.
Right this way. And she'll kind of like adjust herself to like get you off of her, and she will start kind of like booking it to the gatekeeper and like overlooking her shoulder every once in a while to make sure you're following.
The bull's coming with me as well.
Okay. And she approaches the small little tiny hut where the gatekeeper is currently located, and she'll just kind of like slam on this little bell. Um, he, he, uh, he's.
Where's my son?
Please don't yell. Please, 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 please don't yell. I'm sorry. Just please.
Wait, so you said the gatekeeper's like behind a closed door or something?
The gatekeeper hasn't approached the desk yet.
Is there like any indication of where the gatekeeper could be?
He appears to be kind of like somewhere in like a back room sort of situation.
Okay, gonna walk into whatever it is. If there's a door, gonna knock on the door.
Um, your presence and behavior does activate the stone, or not the stone, the stained glass sentinels. So they do step out of the wall, and they just kind of
golems. That's awesome.
yes, they are stained glass golems, and they do watch you carefully.
I've made dozens of you before. Where's my son?
Please don't yell. Please don't yell. Please stop.
Well, I'm not yelling at her. I'm yelling to the door.
I know, but she's freaking out.
Oh, fair. That's fair. I don't know if you can hear. I'm gonna knock on my desk.
Nothing. But the gatekeeper does approach the desk, and he does kind of like, oh, it's you. I'm so sorry, my boy. I found the clay pieces this morning, and it happened last night sometime. I couldn't tell you when, but I gathered up all that I
Where
could.
was he kept?
In the stables. Whoa.
Where
In,
was he kept?
I told you, in the stables.
Stables are very big.
Yes.
This is the size of a child.
Right. He was kept in the stables. I put them in there, and they do whatever it is that they want if they are sentient.
It's like they're, just for my purposes, they're like free range.
Yeah.
Okay. Gonna run back out, into the stables. Any sign of, or is the, so the gatekeeper is the one that found them, right?
Yeah.
I'm going to do a little bit of digging, if you don't mind. Where do I start?
Well, I would start in the stables.
We've been over this. The stables are massive.
Well, not really. I mean, they're massive to me.
Okay, so actually, I think I have a wrong visual image. How big are the stables?
They're like 30 feet by 60 feet.
So like a large studio apartment.
Yes.
Okay, so that interrogation didn't happen. He's just gonna go. I thought this was like a courtyard size.
Oh gosh, no. No. Smaller than that.
Okay, yeah, no, he's gonna run out and start looking for stuff.
Vix will kind of run in after you. Is there anything I can help you with?
Find my son.
I don't know what your son looks like. I'm sorry.
She
Please.
wasn't. I figured was she? She wasn't there when we came in, right?
No.
Okay, yeah, it was a really much more moody person. So the chef will know this, but Steven doesn't. What? So this is a golem. It was an iron golem created from clay, correct?
Yeah.
Why not just a clay golem?
Because I can do fancy things with golems. I'm not a golemancer, but I can do fancy things with golems.
Because of reasons.
Because in this particular case, is there a golemancy core, or would there be, or what is this like atom popping out of the sand, just complete clay?
From what was in the bowl, it was a complete clay, but you know in particular that there was some sort of like a power source to it.
Gotcha. Okay. Does it leave any like residue or anything? I don't assume it would leak. That's bad design.
Um, try rolling an Arcana for me,
Okay, where is my character sheet?
because you are kind of like familiar with like I guess the feeling and aura that it would give off. With
11.